Rock DIY or do it you. I have this backflip tonneau cover for my 2010 Ford F150. This bed cover is about 8 years old and it's pretty beat up. There's gonna have to be some adhesive applied to some of the rubber on the outside of the bed cover, and then I'm going to use some spray on bedliner to recoat it because, well, I guess you can see it, but so it's about 8 years old and it's been through a couple hailstorms, so there's some hail dings all over it, and then there's also just sun damage. And I can clean it, I can armor all it, I can do just about anything to it, and it ends up looking the same. So now it's time to do a little bit more, because I don't plan on buying another one anytime soon, because it still functions like it's supposed to. Just doesn't look the same. To do this job, I've got some fine steel wool that I'll use on all the panels in order to give it a surface that the coating will adhere to. I've also got 220 and 320 sandpaper, and then once I get it all sanded down, I'll use some alcohol to clean it up, and then I'll mask it off with some painter's tape, and then I'll apply the coating. I have two different ones here. One's an undercoating and one's a truck bed coating. The undercoating is rubberized, and you can paint it later on if you decide you want to paint it. The truck bed coating is textured and abrasion resistant. So I'm going to test both just to see what it looks like. The panels are already somewhat textured. Well, it's textured, but not a rough texture. And sometimes with the truck bed coatings, you get a high-pitched texture. So I may just use the undercoating, but we'll see. And then, like a dum-dum, when I decided to do this job, I have 4 rolls of painter's tape, but almost every one of them almost has no tape on it. So I'll have to get some tape before I start this job. I'm going to start with this one panel. I got it all sanded down and taped off, and then I put some cardboard over here for overspray. And we'll see how it all turns out. You can see it's sanded down. I have the first coat on. It's kind of got a paint can spray effect going on right now, but it's not completely dry. And I'm hoping when it does dry, it doesn't look like it was spray can painted. I've used this undercoating before, and yes, it's an undercoating, but I'm using it as a top coating. But even though it's supposed to be black, one thing I've noticed with this, no matter how much you shake the can up, you get a black and a oily brownish look when it's completely dry. Now I'm just hoping that I don't get that brownish color, and hopefully it stays the solid flat black. It's almost completely dry. You don't really see the spray can spray effect that you get, but one of the things I don't like is you can actually, the pits from hail damage seems to be worse. So I probably need to go to the bed liner in order to not have the hail damage stand out as much. I am painting the metal pieces that go all the way down. On the ends there's rubber, and then on the front and back there's rubber, and then in between each of the panels that flip is a piece of rubber. So I'm taping all those. Anything that's rubber is being taped just to prevent the rubber from dry rotting, from not being able to breathe. But everything metal, panels and braces will be painted with the undercoating or bedliner. All these rubber seals that go on here where you attach the tonneau cover to the front side of the tonneau cover near the cab. These rubber seals are dry rotted and warped. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my own out of some inner tube. My old rotted and warped seals, I cut new ones out of an inner tube, a bike inner tube, and got the top one on, and then the bottom one right here. And this one here is wider on the outside, narrower to the inside than the one on the top here. And basically this would be on top of the tonneau cover, the rubber seal, and then another rubber seal underneath with the washer, and then the lockdown turn knob underneath. Please like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks again.